casting a weird light. That's okay. We are in my library. It is nighttime. The kids just went to bed and I am going to decorate my little library for Christmas. You can kind of see that I've started, but the goal right now is to completely get it done, to finish it. Although I'm thinking, so this is my home office, it's our music room. There's a grand piano, I wish. There's an upright piano. I love her. She is over 100 years old. It's such a beautiful piano. So it's our piano and all of my books are in here. It's kind of like my office, our music room, reading room, whole situation. But I called it a library and I'm curious, I don't know how many books it takes to make a library. But should we count quick and see how many books are on these shelves? It's not 569. I don't know how many hundreds it was, but the last number was 69, so the total. I will also say that I probably have 200 children's books, at least. My children have a bookshelf that is jam-packed and overflowing with books. I'm trying to instill a love of reading in them. I need to find some kind of extension cord for my Christmas tree. Now I'm gonna have to like shimmy myself under this tree to try to plug this in. I did not think this through. Okay, the moment of truth. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. So I put this tree up. It's one of the ones that just like clicks together nicely, and then I don't know how it works, but the lights just go on when it clicks together. They did not for half of the tree, so I had to string lights already. I think I did a pretty good job. If I look at it in the viewfinder, it looks pretty. As for the ornaments, I'm not really happy with it. I've just kind of been picking up random ornaments that I find around the house. We have 4 Christmas trees typically, so I wasn't sure the vibe that I wanted for this room, and this is kind of what I've ended up with just by picking bits and pieces that I've already had out and seeing what I like. And I know that I like this color scheme, so I'm going for like a pink, red, purple, gold kind of theme here. I really wanted it to be kind of vintage and very homey, so let's work on getting the balls on, and then I think I'm gonna make some bows to go on the ends of some of the branches. So first things first, let's get this tree looking pretty. Although first things first, I should probably look at what other ornaments I have and see what I want on this tree. Oh, this fits the vibe of the room. It's like one of those bottle brush trees. Let's maybe put that right here. I have a bunch of special ornaments. None are book ornaments, actually. I don't think I have any book ornaments at all. I have ones based off of books, but not like books, you know? So I have a bunch of special ornaments to go on this tree that are like unique. These ones are one of a kind, actually. There's some fruits that my friend made for us. They just happen to like perfectly fit this color scheme. Beautiful. I also have this like glass fig. Very fruity. I have twin 2-year-olds that are loving Christmas, which is so nice. I can't wait to share in a little bit. Well, for me, it'll be in a lot of bit, but for you, it'll be coming up real soon. I am going to share with you my advent calendar that I've done with them for the last 2 years, since they were born and way too young for this advent calendar. But your kids are never too young to be read to, so it is a chocolate alternative advent calendar, and it screams my mom loves books. They are loving Christmas though, and they're very involved with everything, but it's very tempting. They're very pretty glass ornaments. and we've had a number of meltdowns about how they can't take them off the tree and play with them all. Next up, we're gonna add a couple cutie bows to this, and I'm a little nervous on how it'll look, but I think it's gonna be pretty. Keep everything crossed that this is a good idea. I'm watching some booktube while I'm doing this, and I see that the new Kindle has come out, and they've followed the ways of Kobo and now have color to their Kindles. I have both a Kindle and a Kobo, both are black and white. I don't think I'd go out of my way to buy a color one because I just don't get the point, because books are black and white. The only thing that would really be different is that the cover is in color. But it doesn't bug me that the color is in black and white on the screen. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Would you go out and replace your Kindle or your Kobo with one of the new and improved color ones? Let me know down below, and if so, why? Just because you want to see your covers in color? I'm curious. Just realized that I've been vlogging this whole time with this hairdo, guys. Ugh. The final reveal. Oh my gosh, guys, I love it. I feel like the bows turned out so good. Growing up, I always had candy canes on my tree, real candy canes. So these plastic ones that I found recently are just amazing. I think I got them a few years ago. I used a disco ball from the dollar store with a bow as the star. Every single thing about this tree I already had and have been using for other things around the house. So it was perfect. Like in years past, this was not existent. And I love it. And then I hung some records. I have so many Christmas records. This is almost all Christmas records. I moved this lamp to be right there. You can see I'm watching Alexa Ray's YouTube videos. I got this from a local maker, the Jolly sign. I can't remember who it's from. I have the mistletoes. Those were the twins when they were newborns. And then move this over here. The kids broke my candle today, but I just thrifted this candle holder. It's a heart and like so Sabrina Carpenter coated. And then I have some bottle brushes, some stockings that are from Canadian Tire from a Jillian Harris collab. Put a little nutcracker here. I'm going to replace the lavender at some point with greens. I'm trying to see if there's anything else to show you here. So I have this vintage skating village, and there's been some casualties because I thought they're like automated. You push it on and the skaters skate, and I thought that my kids would love it, and they did, but they loved it a little too much. So her leg's like missing, so I'm gonna have to craft one with clay and maybe just glue their leg back on. We'll see. I thrifted this from Value Village a few years ago. I already showed you the tree, but my friend made these ornaments. These are from Walmart. It's just a kit. I think these also might be from Walmart. The ribbon is from Winners. It's so cute. Also, were you dirty? I don't know. These are also from the Canvas Jillian Harris collab. Satin thread ornaments also give me nostalgic Christmas vibes. These glass ornaments all came in a set. Where's another one? Here and here. Those were from Indigo last year. No clue where this came from. My friend made these. I also have a plum. I don't know. It's very fruit themed, right? It's adorable. And then we have our Christmas. Happy birthday, Jesus. Our Christmas songbook on the piano. Very simplistic up there. I feel like they kind of need to be moved around. They're not really spread out nice. And back to that. Oh, and I ended up putting the jingle bells there. We're all decorated and I love it. I'm so happy. Ah, it's so cute. It's everything I wanted. I can't believe that I made this work without spending any money. This is our living room Christmas tree. You can see my office Christmas tree right there. Feeling very festive. That's one nice thing about a small house. You can see the decorations from all over. This though is called our special tree and it has all of these special ornaments for our family, but not what I'm here to talk about. I wanted to show you what I mentioned earlier, and that is the advent calendar I am making for the twins. I have 2-year-old twin toddlers, they just turned 2, and I started doing this actually when they were newborns. I started collecting these books to make a book advent calendar. Instead of chocolate, instead of candy, they open a book every day leading up to Christmas. So I have collected these over the years. I have thrifted a lot of these because honestly buying 25 new books would be very expensive. And I also don't buy 25 new books every year. I reuse these. So come Christmas Day, I pack these away. So they probably won't remember most of them, but even if they do, they'll probably just be excited that we're doing this. So I'm going to wrap all of these books individually and put them in a basket, and then the kids every night before bed can pick one, unwrap it, and then we can do a little family story time. You know that I love to read, so I really want to instill the love of reading in my kids, and also it's so important for children's language development to read to them. I'll show you a few of the books that I got. Twas the Night Before Christmas. I have another copy right here. Well, I think it's just on The Night Before Christmas. I have read this book with my family since I was a child every year on Christmas Eve, so this will be the only book that's labeled with a number to not open until Christmas Eve. The rest I'll just let them pick. I have thrifted a lot of these, so like $1.59, but from this store where I get them for $1.59, they're also buy 4 get 1 free, so they work out to be very affordable. 5 Little Reindeer I thrifted. Arthur's Christmas, I thrifted this. This was actually one of my favorite Christmas stories growing up. I think it's a little wordy for them still, but we can just look at the pictures and explain what they're doing. I also have included some books that they've got as Christmas gifts over the years. So this will be their 3rd Christmas. Every year, normally we get a few Christmas books for them as Christmas gifts. So I put these aside to use in the Advent. So this one's a little pop-up book. We have a Clifford board book, a very Canadian book. We have a porcupine in a pine tree, a Canadian 12 Days of Christmas. Also, I'm doing this so that if you have kids in your life and you're like, what are some good Christmas books? These ones are all good. This one is 10 Christmas Wishes. I actually don't know where we got this. Board books are really good for toddlers because they don't rip them. We've had a lot of casualties of books. This one is There's an Elf in Your Book. It's kind of like a naughty, funny book. Don't get tricked into being naughty, okay? Touch your nose like you interact with the book. And I think that they're going to think that's so funny this year. And then they're huge fans of this Grumpy Monkey series. We have, I think, almost every single Grumpy Monkey book and they love them. So we have the Grumpy Monkey Christmas. I have a few books that I might put away. So some books are either too old for them yet or too young for them now. So like this one, Jingle Babies, I think that I thrifted this. It's an oldie but a goodie. Kids love looking at pictures of other babies. Maybe I'll keep it, maybe I won't. We'll see. That's like a maybe. So what I do is I use the same books, but I go through them and see if it's too old, too young, if it's appropriate for this time. And if it's not, I'll just put those ones to the side and then get a few new ones to add in and spice it up. We have the Nutcracker. We have How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This is another one that I was unsure of. I might be into that still. That's a maybe. Teeny Tiny Santa. Frosty the Snowman. This is another one I was unsure of. So it's Baby's First Christmas Library. It's just photos to label. I don't know, maybe they'd like that. But and Santa was a baby. Also, so many of these have like inscriptions of like, love grandma, love grandpa from mom. This one is also really wordy, but I think that they might like looking at the pictures. So we'll keep that one. This was such a good thrift find. This is the Jolly Christmas Postman, and it has all of these little inserts of letters and puzzles and things in all the envelopes, and I got it for $1.79, and it still has all of the paper inserts. So that was a good find. We bought this one new. All I Want for Christmas Is You. It is about getting a dog. We love our dogs in this house. And then we have an Elf one. I love Elf. It's such a good Christmas movie. This one, oh. Okay, so I said that we have casualties. Elf is a casualty, and normally when this happens I tape the pages back in, but this must have slipped through the cracks, so that one is not going to be going in the advent. That would be very sad. And then we have this one, Santa's Christmas Unicorn. So that gives me 17 books for sure. 18, 19, 20. I might keep these ones for this year and then next year not do these. So I need 5 more Christmas books. I love getting kids books at thrift stores because, like everything for children, they don't use it forever. So many of these books are in perfect condition. I thrift almost all of their holiday books. I thrift almost all of their books in general. Because kids books are expensive, just like adult books. And I'd rather spend money on books for me than books for them. Sorry, does that make me a bad mom? I don't think so. They don't know. These are also great books. So I am also only doing 1 advent calendar for the kids to share. When they're older, maybe I'll do 2, but right now I don't think that they have the patience to sit through 2 books. Who knows, maybe day 1 I will realize I need a second advent calendar and we will be heading out to buy 24 more books. We'll see. So I'm excited to wrap these, but it is the most time-consuming part of my Christmas prep, really, to wrap 25 books. It's like wrapping 25 gifts. They're, you know, at least all square, which is fine, but I don't have wrapping paper here because our basement is still a disaster. As in, I actually physically don't have it. It's a storage unit I don't have access to because they're still not done the basement. So with that, I'm going to just put these away for now and wrap them when I have the time. But sucks about Elf. I was excited about that one. That's my little advent for the kids.